We are actually a remote sensing based agri-tech company. We provide satellite based intelligence for farmers, startups and businesses, wherein we help them identify the crop performance issues on the ground, soil health issues, irrigation related issues, and more than 18 parameters regarding their crop performance using the satellite data. When we started back in 2019, we were heavily focusing on directly providing our services to the farmers. We were getting very good traction, but when the COVID impacted us, everything was shut down. We could not send people on the ground, and we could not reach out to the farmers, and we were actually burning a lot of money at that point of time, our own money. We are a fully bootstrapped startup, so that was a very troubling period. But in the last 1.5 years, things have sort of picked up, and now we have scaled up year by year. In 2019 we had around 5,000 farmers who were there with us indirectly, either directly or indirectly. 2020 roughly 15,000 farmers. In 2021 we had around 35,000 farmers, and now we have already moved beyond 100,000 farmers in the last this year alone. We are dealing with satellite data coming from the space. So farmers, because when they are very much experienced, they have been doing farming for so many years, they ridicule the concept of how can you actually till something from the space. We are anyways doing it for last 20 years. You can't. And being a youngster, they don't take you very seriously, because kal ka bacha, how will a youngster will be able to give agri-tech related insights to them. So that was the challenge, first thing. Second is the farmers get a lot of subsidies, a lot of freebies, so they are not very much willing to pay for any such technology which is not tangible. We had to have a lot of patience. If they wanted proof of concept, we waited for the proof of concept. They wanted the satellite data for 4 months for a full cultivation cycle. We gave it to them for free in some cases. We had to invest 8 months sometimes to convince a farmer. But the thing is, once a progressive farmer is convinced, he or she will be influencing a lot of farmers in their own vicinity. So that's how we actually have been able to gain trust in that short period of time and able to scale it. I actually came back from Tashkent last Friday only. I was in Uzbekistan. So we are actually starting a very big project there in Uzbekistan, where we'll be actually monitoring roughly around 4 lakh to 5 lakh hectares of cotton and wheat for a very big textile company. And it is supposed to expand to Kazakhstan too, but it's a step-by-step procedure, and it's a very big revenue booster for us. Similar is the case with we have a very big partnership in Australia too, wherein it's a fertilizer company, very big fertilizer company in Australia, and with them the onboarding has already been done. Farmers are getting adopted to the technology, and from them through this partnership also a big revenue is about to come. We already knew about JioGenNext for a very long time, but because our numbers were not that great, we never approached JioGenNext in the first 2 years. Surprisingly, JioGenNext got to know about us, the potential in us, and they actually wanted us to be a part of the program. And it was actually very good for us, because we wanted a lot of mentorship. There were a lot of things that we wanted to learn. When it comes to a startup who is running on its own funds, there are a lot of things that need to be corrected, need to be perfected. So when we actually, by joining JioGenNext, we were able to get the proper mentorship about how to manage the finances of the company, how to make a pitch to the investors, how to ensure that you are able to get your idea as proper and loud and clear to the investors, sort of those things. We also got good connections through JioGenNext in the agri-tech sector. Agri-tech is has a lot of skepticism attached to it, very sensitive area. So JioGenNext actually helped us in actually making sure that whatever shortcomings were there in our pitching ideas, it was corrected before actually going to the actual investment round. We are expanding globally. These are the new geographies we want to enter into. And when we get into a new geography, there are a lot of customizations that come into picture. So we want to ensure that if we are pushing a product into a certain geography, we have the customizations in place before going into that geography. So that's the untapped market that we have not gotten into. That is something that we are going to tap in the next coming 2 to 5 years. And so is the technology that is going to improve and increase in advancements day by day.